everyone, and welcome to Action RPG Build Guide Edition. Today I'm ready to update my Nutcracker Squirrel Beastmaster, currently over 1300 corruption. And you're going to be seeing tons of builds coming out of this channel, because right now we're updating all 37 builds on actionrpg.com. As always, I will cover every single facet of the build. Everything is timestamped in the description below if you need to bounce around. Let's not waste any time and jump right into this. Now, for this new Squirrels build, we're actually going to start at the training dummy, because I want to show you how much ward you can generate for this build for sustain and survivability, and show off a little bit of the damage numbers. You now have an army of 12 squirrels. Take a look at those damage numbers and take a look at that ward. Lots of sustain, lots of survivability. So now let's jump into some gameplay. What you're looking at right now is 1300 corruption. We are a Primalist Beastmaster Squirrel build. And what's great is we got 2 extra squirrels, and you have tons of ward on this new build. Again, 1300 corruption. And the skills we are using are Swipe, Wolves, wolves turn into squirrels, Frenzy Totem, War Cry, and Fury Leap. And what's great about this build is as you leap around the map, the squirrels actually leap with you, because again, they count as wolves, and on the leap tree it says wolves leap with you. So very, very simple. You jump around, you cast War Cry, you cast Frenzy Totem, and the squirrels, for the most part, will trigger their own howl ability, but you could also manually click it, and then it'll get reset when you use Frenzy Totem. You're also going to be hitting with Swipe. You have decent attack speed here, and you're going to be generating a ton of little spirit squirrels that actually use your minion stats. So your melee attack actually does minion damage. And again, jump around, hit everything. Even at 1300 corruption, you can take a hit without dying, which feels really, really good. Let's clear off these last guys, and there you have it. Let me show you some single target. Abomination at 1300 corruption. Look at those. This is 1300. Look at him. A-bomb smoked. All right. Now the true challenge. Harbinger of Defilement, 1318 corruption. Let's do it. This fight will take a little longer, but I'll show you the full fight. All right. Get him, squirrels. Get him. I would guess at this level, if you took one of his like huge swings, you'd probably die. Let's see. All right. So we're just using War Cry, we're using Howl, we're using Frenzy Totem, we are leaping and swiping. What's great too, if you have noticed, none of the squirrels have died, even at this level. And Harbinger, gone. And of course, I've got to show you the Aberoth kill, which is very, very easy for this build. If you're over 1000 corruption, you are not going to have any problems with Aberoth. Final phase, same exact thing. For the most part, you get his face tank him. You don't even really need to move. And Abby, you are dead. Let me show you how to recreate this build. So now let's break down the skills, starting with our damage dealer, and of course that is our Summon Wolves. And currently I have 37 points into Summon Wolves. I'll try and point you in the right direction on what nodes you want to take first. Now, first thing you want to do is you want to come to the right and get this right here, Safety in Numbers. This makes it where you can make wolves up to your maximum companion limit. Then you want to come to the left and get the new permanent bond node, which gives you basically 2 extra squirrels. And then you got a lot of other nodes in here. So you could take multiplicative damage, more multiplicative damage, attack speed, more multiplicative damage. You come up here and super boost your Howl, which I have done. And for survivability, when I was talking about our squirrels never die, it's because of a combination of agility and Howl of Might. So you're going to have up to 140% dodge rating for your wolves when they howl, and they're howling all the time. And then you come down here, dodge rating and increased dodge rating per strength. Well, you have 150 strength on this build, so 150 times 12. It basically makes it where your squirrels don't really get hit because they are dodging everything, and they have stun immunity, and through a ring that we are using, they also have crit avoidance. So they can't be stunned, they can't be crit, and they have insane dodge. It works very, very well. Moving over to Summon Frenzy Totem. First thing you want to do is come up and over here. You're going to boost their base damage. You're going to boost the Frenzy effect. You're going to make it where you refreshes their Howl ability and give them 250% crit chance. Again, this says wolves, but remember, wolves are squirrels. You're then going to come over here, get an additional global melee for your squirrels. Come down here and boost the Frenzy effect. And lastly, all points go into Reinforced Totem for health and duration. Moving on to Swipe. Swipe, first thing you want to do is come down here and unlock Aspect of the Panther and get Wild Calling. This makes it with when you hit with Swipe, you're basically making little spirit squirrels that, again, scale with minion, which is awesome. You're then going to come down here. All you need is 1 point in Duality of Nature. This takes care of all of your mana. So as long as you take this, you never have to worry about mana. You're then going to come up and get 14% kill threshold for the build, and then all remaining points will go right here to boost your health regen. Moving over to Warcry, which we currently have 30 points in. First thing you want to do is come up and over, cut the cooldown in half, and turn it into a totem. You're then going to come to the left here, and you're going to take Bringer of Winter. This is going to give chill chance and critical strike chance to your wolves, because wolves have a cold tag on it, so this works, and it boosts their damage. You're going to further give them an additional 100% critical strike chance, so this gives them 200% critical strike chance. So if you pair that with Frenzy Totem, that is 450% crit to your squirrels. You're then going to come down here and get Cleanse. You're going to come over here and get Berserker for your attack speed, which helps a lot to maintain your Spirit Wolves. And then all remaining points are going to come down here, which is going to give you Haste and Frenzy. Last but not least, Leap. And this is very simple. First thing you want to do is come down here. This is going to boost the melee for your squirrels. It's going to give you Frenzy. It's going to also give you Cleanse, and the squirrels will leap with you. You're going to take cooldown so you can leap more often. You want to be immune while leaping, and then a chance to reset your leap. Those are the skills. Now let's talk passives. At time of recording, I am level 100 logged into the game, and I'm going to take you through the base Primalist tree first. Now on here, we are taking strength and health regen, a little bit of attunement and resistances, and 10% to max health. The final 5 points right here go into survival of the pack for leech for yourself, a little bit of melee leech, and leech for your squirrels. Now, normally I would take 5 into Cornered Beast, but the new Beastmaster tree that came Season 3, there's just too many good things that this is no longer the best node for this build. Moving over to Beastmaster, where we have all 93 points in here. Basically, it looks like the whole tree. So we're taking Strength and DR, Aspect of the Boar. We are unlocking Aspect of the Shark, which is, we could super boost for our squirrels. We're taking attack speed, health regen, melee base, endurance for yourself, and your endurance transfers to your squirrels. Again, they are very tanky. Extra companion, more damage reduction for Aspect of the Boar. We are coming down here and super boosting our Aspect of the Shark. We are giving our Aspect of the Boar and Aspect of the Shark to our squirrels. We're super boosting all of our aspects as well, including getting damage reduction to the highest health minion. Critical strike chance, critical strike multiplier for our squirrels. We're getting an extra companion. Now, a lot of times people are like, I don't get my extra companion. That's because here you have to have 100 combined strength and dex to get it. So you got to make sure you boost up your attributes a little bit. We're getting 1 to minion skills, and then all remaining points go right here for melee attack speed for yourself and melee attack speed for your squirrels. Those are the passives. Moving over to last Epoch tools, we're going to break down the blessings, idols, and gear, starting with blessings. Now, no, none of these are required. You could always switch these out if you need critical strike avoidance or endurance, or you want more minion damage. These are not locked in. That being said, these are the blessings I am currently using. Health, all res, armor, physical res, and health regen. Health regen probably being the most important blessing and one of the most difficult to get. Moving over to idols, we are using the 9% health roll on each idol. 3 of them right now have increased Aspect of the Shark, and the other one has elemental resistance. The other idols we have are just health regen, health, and round out our resistances. So you really want this 1x3 large nomad idol. Now moving over to gear, there is a required item for this build. You cannot make squirrels without Herald of the Scurry. So you have to find this helmet. Without it, it's just a Spirit Wolf build, which, by the way, is incredibly strong. If you'd rather have 6 wolves instead of 12 squirrels, but obviously this is a Nutcracker build, so you got to have Herald of the Scurry for it to work. And this can roll with up to 3/2 summon wolf on it, which is great. It's got big roll ranges on this item. Some other items we are using Apogee of the Frozen Light. This is going to give multiplicative damage to your squirrels. It's also going to give 3 to skills. And since it's a sword, you could get double minion melee roll on it. We are using Pale Ox, of course, for the damage reduction and minion skills. For our Primordial, we are using Bones of the Ancestral Pack. Now, just know there's a different way to play this. This is going to be the more survivability way. This is how we're generating all that ward. If you don't want to use Bones of the Ancestral Pack, you would use double Apogee of the Frozen Light and a T-Rex Skull. But the T-Rex Skull and squirrels with the permanent bond node on wolves right now is kind of bugging out a little bit. So we did a lot of testing on this on stream. So right now we switched to Bones of the Ancestral Pack, which is great at over 1300 corruption. And again, very tanky build. For our rings, we're using Phantom Grip. And we are using Ribbons of Blood. Ribbons of Blood will make it where your minions cannot be crit. So again, tons of dodge rating, and Herald of the Scurry has increased minion dodge on it. So your minions are going to be leeching. They're going to be dodging. They can't be stunned. They can't be crit. Very tanky squirrels. Gone. Now, when you're looking at gloves, I'm actually using a set piece of glove, but you'll notice here it's only one piece of set. That is because the T7 affix increased health regen per point of strength. So if you have over 100 strength, the singular affix is going to give you over 300 health regen. It is honestly awesome for pretty much any Primalist build or any build that's going into health regen. Very, very nice. I love having this in game. We are using Citadel boots for the reduced bonus damage from critical strikes. These are not required. They're just nice for a little sustained survivability. You could use Blood of the Exile, or you could use Foot of the Mountain. When it comes to the belt, we're using Spider Silk Sash for the poison and cold resistance with double minion and double health. You could always switch this out for Brewmaster's Buckle. Last but not least, we are using Vessel of Strife. Even though this got nerfed Season 2 to Season 3, when you have over 1300 health regen, this singular item will give you about 2 to 3,000 ward. So just this one item gives you so much sustain. But again, if you're going the T-Rex route, you would dump this, get a T-Rex, and you would go double Apogee if you want to go the more damage route. That is the gear. Moving over to actionrpg.com to talk about leveling. Now, the first thing I want to say is that this leveling guide has been fully tested in-game and fine-tuned and tweaked, so you can trust it. I just like throwing that out there. The skills that we're recommending are Summon Bear, Swipe, Warcry, Frenzy Totem, and Fury Leap. I'm not going to go through all the skills because that's like breaking down an entire build, but just know the leveling guide is in the description. So you've got your skills, you've got the passive trees as well. This leveling guide takes you up to level 60. That is when you should be finishing the campaign and into your first monolith, maybe even your second monolith. In here, we also have the recommended leveling uniques, which are Stormhide Paws, Phantom Grip, Bleeding Heart, Circuit, and Toll. That is the leveling guide. Last but not least, let's talk Lootfilter. This is something new that I've been adding into all my build guides because I do get a decent amount of questions about it. Now, when you're looking at the Lootfilter, these rules down here in the red are for leveling. So you can use this Lootfilter right from the beginning, and you just want to make sure you have all the red rules checked, and this will help you as you are traversing through the campaign. Now, once the campaign is done, and this normally we say leveling guides go till level 60. At that point, you should be finishing the campaign and starting monoliths. Everything up here is what you want. These are your idols, uniques, sets, and legendaries. This is 2 LP and greater uniques with Weaver's Will above 19. T7 exalted affixes, double T6, triple C, T6 and higher. And then this top one right here are all uniques for this build, including high valuable uniques. So, you know, if you're looking for certain items for this build, it is the top on here. And always know that you can use any loot filter you want from your favorite creators. I know there's a lot of universal loot filters out there. But if you want mine, it is in the description. All right, everyone, that's the build guide. What do you think of my new and improved Squirrel Beastmaster? Is there anything I missed? Is there anything I can do to take this to the next level? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Of course, as long as you think I've earned it. If I haven't earned it, I'm going to work harder for you. Don't forget to check out my new website, actionrpg.com. We are working on it every single day. We have new writers. We're starting to get API work done. New music player coming, leveling guides, build guides, tips and tricks, event calendar. It is very, very cool. Again, don't forget to check out actionrpg.com. Last but not least, join the Discord. Over 5,700 members. We do movie nights, game nights, merch giveaways, game giveaways. Currently, we have a giveaway for an Action RPG hat, and it's where we do all our events and subathon shenanigans. So get in the Discord. I'm done. Hopefully, you're entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.